The phone rang before sunrise. That hour when the world is still half asleep, and only bad news is awake. I answered, expecting a wrong number. Instead, I heard a hotel manager calm, professional, but trembling underneath. "Ma'am, your husband checked in yesterday, under your name. With a young woman. Your son told me to keep it quiet, but you need to come immediately." I froze. The soft hum of our bedroom felt suddenly sinister. "But, he's home," I whispered. "He's supposed to be with the grandkids." Silence. "Then ma'am, please come. It gets worse." I didn't argue, didn't cry, didn't scream. I just stood there, staring at the wall, realizing that every instinct I had ignored was now clawing its way to the surface. I got dressed in silence. No outfit could prepare me for what I already knew, and what I had already decided. I remembered the first time I met him. The laughter, the charm, the way he held my hand like it was the most natural thing in the world. He made me feel chosen alive in a way that felt dangerous and exciting. He used to whisper promises in crowded rooms. Futures that felt impossible not to believe. Back then, betrayal was just a word in novels. Not something that happened in our home. Not to us. But the cracks came slowly. Late-night work calls. Sudden meetings. Trips he forgot to mention. Flinching when I reached to touch his hair, something he once loved. I didn't break down. I documented every lie, every inconsistency, every shift in his behavior. I wasn't paranoid. I was preparing. The truth arrived in the ugliest way. One evening, his phone buzzed. A preview flashed across the screen. "Tonight, under her name. Don't get caught." He didn't see me read it, but even if he had, I wouldn't have cried. Not anymore. I simply took note. The time, the date, the location, the name of the woman, and I began to plan, quietly, methodically, patiently. I mapped our finances. Froze accounts he didn't know I controlled. Reassigned properties he thought were jointly owned. Collected every timestamp, every transaction, every lie. I even prepared our friends, those who pretended to adore him but whispered concerns to me when he wasn't around. Everyone would be a witness to his unraveling. My lawyer, an old friend, helped me build a case so airtight it could suffocate. I didn't want chaos. I wanted precision. Justice delivered like a slow, calculated symphony. I stood outside the hotel before dawn. Cold wind was slicing through my coat, but it didn't matter. I thought about his laugh, how he always believed I could never act against him. His arrogance was his favorite shield. Today, it would become the weapon that cut him down. The receptionist recognized me instantly and took me upstairs. The door was cracked open, just enough for me to see him half awake. Shirt undone. A young woman was asleep beside him. He looked up, and the smirk on his face. God, that smirk. Smug, untouchable, condescending, like he was about to charm his way out of this too. "We need to talk," I said quietly. He laughed. Actually laughed. So I pulled the first folder from my bag. Evidence, photos, phone logs, financial statements, screenshots, witness statements. I placed each document on the table with a slow, deliberate thud. His smile cracked, then vanished. "I know everything," I told him. "The calls, the trips, the lies, your secret accounts, the woman. All of it." He tried to speak, but I cut him off with the next folder. "Your properties are no longer yours. Your accounts are frozen. Your partner has been informed. Your colleagues know everything. Your reputation gone." He stared. The man who once held me with tender hands now trembled like a child. "And the woman," he stammered. "Irrelevant," I said simply. "But she knew you'd get caught." I made sure of that. His world collapsed quietly, elegantly, exact, precise, unavoidable. I didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't flinch. Justice is loudest when delivered in silence. I left before he could speak again. The morning sun was breaking across the sky, turning the cold air gold. I stepped out of the hotel and felt nothing but clarity. No sorrow, no rage, just balance. The man I loved and the man who betrayed me were the same, but only one would stay in my memory. The other, broken, exposed, irrelevant. I took a deep breath. For the first time in years, I felt free. Justice, when delivered with patience and intelligence, is a language the guilty always understand. Too late, I smiled. Not for him. For me.